What's up, fight fans? Today, I've got a lot of good stuff for you, but let's keep it simple. No long intro, no extra talk, straight to the point. But before we start, I just want to ask one more time. We're only 133 subscribers away from hitting the big 100,000 mark. If you can help us get there, we'd really appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. In just a few hours, the UFC returns to Sydney, Australia for the big event, UFC 325. The main event features a rematch between Alexander Volkanovski and Diego Lopes. They first fought last April when Volkanovski won a clear decision. Now Diego Lopes gets a second chance to change the outcome. So all fighters have made weight, everything is set, and the card is packed with exciting matchups. Don't miss it. Action is guaranteed.
I'm Rafael, son of Salman, son of Ilia Topuria. I'm from Azerbaijan, and I'm gonna hit you with my hands, with my elbow, with my knees, and with my kick. You're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel that after tomorrow. And I'm ready. And I'm smile when I'm going back on my bro. Let's go. Yeah, that's good one. That's energy I like from you. That's energy I wait. I want the best party from you. Yeah? Good.
Everyone knows that Arman Tsarukyan is a huge watch collector and owns many expensive timepieces. Recently, popular Russian blogger Mickey Litvin promised Tsarukyan a massive gift. If Arman becomes the UFC lightweight champion, Litvin said he would buy him any watch he wants. That promise motivated Tsarukyan even more to chase the title, as Arman is already planning to pick out a watch worth around $1 million.
Короче, Миша Литвин здесь. Хочу пойти его напугать. Сейчас посмотрим, какая у него реакция будет. Он стоит с ними. Смотри, он стоит с кем-то разговаривает там. Смотри. Он не в курсе, что я здесь. Пойдем. Ты что, гонишь, брат? Я просто хотел тебя напугать. Ты что, напуганного испугать решил? Ты откуда узнаешь этот прием?
Ты же нормально, да? Ребята, так вышло то, что мы с Арманом пересеклись чисто случайно во Франции, в Куршавеле. Мы реально не договаривались на совместный отдых, но наши пути здесь скрестились. Вот. И по совместительству, знаете, что хочу сказать? Что у Армана, мы все верим в это, скоро бой за пояс. Я тебе хочу предложить спор. Ты сказал, ты любишь часы. Я тебя сегодня, помнишь, мариновал, спрашивал, какие ты машины любишь. Потом ты говоришь, он сам говорит, я, честно говоря, говорит, люблю больше часы. Вот я тебе хочу сказать, что вот любые часы, которые ты скажешь, в случае, если ты забираешь пояс, я тебе беру.
Да.
Договорились?
Сейчас у меня больше мотивация забрать. Готов деньги, брат, готов деньги.
Все, пацаны,
$1 миллион.
Не, реально, брат, я от своих слов не отказываюсь.
Все, брат, все, я выберу. Я сам выбираю, правильно?
Сам выбираешь часы, да, я тебе беру.
Richard Mille.
The upcoming UFC White House event may be bigger than anyone expected. According to Donald Trump, the UFC plans to build a massive stadium directly in front of the White House with a capacity of over 100,000 people. The event is tied to America's 251st birthday celebration and could become one of the largest combat sports events ever. With less than 5 months left, construction would need to start very soon.
We're going to put up something that's really amazing. It's really having to do with our great 250th birthday, where we're having so many wonderful things. UFC is coming, as you know, in front of the White House with a building literally a stadium. We're going to have over 100,000 people. And this is going to have a lot of people. I won't even say how many people, because I think it can set a record for racing. It's going to be very, very important. We're celebrating greatness with America.
Jon Jones was recently asked the question everyone wants answered. Is the Alex Pereira fight actually going to happen? And his response raised more questions than answers. Jones admitted that he doesn't really know what's next. He said some things are simply out of his control.
Well, Johnny Bones is one of the most popular guys in all of combat sports. Fishmo's got to ask you. Last week, we're on the red carpet. We're talking to Alex Pereira. We're asking who he wants to fight next. Obviously, we're asking about you. Are we going to see you and Alex Pereira, White House? And would you go back down to light heavyweight? It's got to be heavyweight. What do you want? I don't know what's gonna happen, Schmo. I'm working out, I'm eating healthy, I'm living the lifestyle, I'm walking the walk the way I've done it my whole life. And I don't really know what's gonna happen, but regardless, man, I take it one day at a time. Some things are just out of my control, but I feel good. I feel blessed. Whether I fight again or not, I feel wonderful, and I'm so grateful for this life that God granted me with.
The question now is simple. Will Jones versus Pereira ever happen? Or is the real story still Jon Jones versus Daniel Cormier? During a tense exchange, Daniel Cormier told Jon Jones directly that they will never be friends.
Jon Jones, DC, with Jon Jones friend now?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Jon Jones only talk to me. All he do is talk. That's all he do is talk.
Let's go. You don't know, we only live once. Oh, yeah, we gotta get the referee. We gotta make a decision. Oh, there's no kicks, though, right? Oh, what you mean, no kicks? No kicks? Oh, hold on, what we doing? Hold on, what we doing? We ain't wrestling. How about you know we ain't wrestling?
You got big Dan in here. Oh, my goodness.
All right, so go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing. Go ahead, you call it. All right, let's go, big six, boy. Okay, with the hook. They said don't reach crazy though. My 76. What those? You getting tied up? A little bit. Yeah, I mean, this is the goat. He's probably my rhythm. He's probably my rhythm. I'm fighting 2 goats back to back. Come on, Ula, not in there. It's crazy.
Justin Gaethje recently admitted that one more brutal knockout could push him toward retirement. But if he really does end up in the cage with Ilia Topuria, this fight could decide everything. Against someone like Topuria, the risk is extremely high. So if Justin chooses to stand and trade the way he always does, the chances of another devastating knockout are very real.
And if I get knocked out again, like Max Holloway knocked me out, I would be done. Like, I would not allow myself to risk being in that position again. And that's the truth. But that does not make me 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, that is how I fight. That is more pressure. And luckily, pressure makes me better.
Yeah. So everything is
on the line. One fight, one moment decides it all. But what do you think happens if Ilador and the highlight meet? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Ilia Topuria is once again at the center of online discussion. Fans recently noticed what appears to be Ilia in a new Instagram story posted by his soon-to-be ex-wife, Georgina. At first glance, the photo looks harmless. Georgina is holding their daughter, sharing a calm family moment. But sharp-eyed fans quickly pointed out what looks like Ilia's head partially visible in the background on the right side of the image. That quick appearance was enough to set off a wave of speculation online. Some fans think it shows Topuria is still close to his family, despite reports of personal struggles. Others questioned the timing, wondering if it was an old photo from when they were still together, or if it was posted on purpose, knowing people would talk about it. Nothing has been confirmed by Topuria himself, but in today's MMA world, even a split-second appearance can turn into a full-blown storyline. Colby Covington believes Ilia Topuria is the most interesting and meaningful possible opponent for Islam Makhachev. Covington says this matchup stands above all other options because of the skill level and championship pedigree of both fighters. In his view, a fight between Topuria and Makhachev would truly answer the question of who deserves the title of the best pound-for-pound fighter today.
Morales kid, he's right there. He could probably compete for the title. We'll see. You know, I want to see Topuria Makhachev. That's the fight I really want to see. I feel like that's a high-level fight. You know, that really determines who the pound-for-pound best fighter in the UFC is. So, you know, if there's any fight they can make happen with Makhachev, I want to see it with Topuria.
Brian Ortega has confirmed reports that he is out of his fight against Renato Moicano. Ortega said the injury does not require surgery, and he still hopes to fight twice in 2026.
What's going on, everyone? I just want to send you guys a little message to my fans, my supporters who've been riding with me, you know. Obviously, the news is coming out that no longer am I fighting on March 7th in Vegas. I'm okay, health is good. No surgeries, nothing crazy like that, but I do need to take a little bit, some time off to you know, nurse these injuries that I have right now. It just sucks, you know, where it's not crazy like that, where I need to have surgery, but I have to rest it and let it heal and chill and do some physical therapy. So I'm gonna be on that mission. So that's it. But it's just a little bit delayed, nothing crazy. I'm still planning on fighting twice this year, so you know, look out.
Khabib recently revealed how the UFC used his name and growing popularity to pressure Eddie Alvarez into accepting a fight with Conor McGregor for less money. According to Khabib, Alvarez was initially hesitant and focused on securing a higher payday, but the promotion repeatedly brought Khabib's name into the negotiations to apply pressure. Khabib admitted he had never spoken publicly about this before, but decided to share it now to show how negotiations really work behind the scenes and how fighters are sometimes used as leverage in UFC politics.
Августе мне дают за бой за пояс, я подписываю, отправляю. Они анонсируют Конор против Эдди Альвареза. Оказывается, они сделали что? Когда они Эдди Альвареза спросили за вот это гонорар, будешь драться с Конором, он сказал, нет, я больше хочу. Они сказали, тогда ты не будешь с Конором драться, тогда ты будешь действующий контракт, ты будешь драться с Хабибом. И он говорит, ну, с Хабибом я меньше заработаю. Pay-per-view, потому что он был чемпион, когда ты защищаешь пояс, ты уже получаешь проценты продаж от платных трансляций, деньги получаешь. И они использовали меня, чтобы он подписал контракт с Конором. Он подписал, я остался за бортом. Но я не стал говорить, что это несправедливо и так далее, ну, хотя я так считал. Теперь сентябрь, ислам дерется, я на турнире. Я сижу с Зубой, спросишь Зубы. Я Зубе говорю, только ислам выиграл, мы пришли посмотреть. Дастин Пори дерется, главный бой вчера, Майкл Джонсон. Это топ-5 легкого веса на тот момент. На Зубе говорю, я смотрю, у меня такое чувство, что Майкл Джонсон уронит его. Если он его уронит, я сразу пишу Дане, и я буду с ним драться в ноябре. И такой Зуба на меня так посмотрел, бой начался, Майкл Джонсон роняет его. Он его роняет, я пишу Дане. Я говорю, вы же меня слили с боем? Да. Дай мне по-братски Майкл Джонсона на первый турнир UFC в Нью-Йорке. И это Madison Square Garden. Я очень хочу там подраться. Это же интересно будет, он уже топ-4. Он только что выиграл главный бой, нокаут в первом раунде. Он говорит, все, done deal. У нас переписка, мы спешим. Все, я Зубе говорю, я говорю, смотри. А это вот мы сидим, мы переписываемся, все. Не, по-моему, на следующий день он мне ответил. Или ночью, что ли, не хочу ошибаться. Я подрался с ним, и если вы помните, это было одно из самых таких доминирующих выступлений моих и вообще в истории UFC. И я там произнес ту речь, которая там поменял ММА в целом. Если вы помните вот это, I wanna fight with your chicken. This is number one easy fight. Вот этот речь сказал, тогда и Конор выиграл, красиво я выиграл. И после этого, там у нас еще стычка была на взвешивании, если помнишь, что смотришь. Оттуда же это все загорелось, 2016 год, ноябрь. И оттуда это все понеслось. Очень многие фанаты вообще не знают историю. Это почти 10 лет назад было. Для ребят, там, которые говорят, я же заслужил, да, ты заслужил, но это не твое время. Оно придет. Ты должен потерпеть, подождать, и оно придет.
Khabib also was asked if he'd ever come out of retirement like Tyson Fury, and he joked that Fury seems to retire every summer only to come back again.
Tyson Fury announced he was coming out of retirement today. What's happening? Are you going to ever come out of retirement and fight again, or are you happy in a leadership role? Tell us, come on.
I think Tyson Fury come out, 5 times. Yeah, every summer he retired. I think before vacation he announced he retiring, then I think he spent all his money and he come back, you know. This is how I feel. But Tyson is a great champion, you know. And I think he's coming back against Dagestani. Yeah.
So you won't be
of course.
Золотой есть?
Не. А то Islam. Leave it on Islam now. This one gonna. Coach, you have to sign it.
I know, but my signature is so horrible. Yeah, I'll do it though.
No. Just make like this. Like this, like this.
Okay. 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 I do.
It's better than mine. It's much better than mine. Okay, now Isam gonna send and we will go to
And we give top pajama.
Thank you, brother.
Nick Diaz recently opened up about one of the darkest periods of his life, after heartbreak, a loss to Silva, and a marijuana suspension. Surrounded by danger, he left town, stepped away from fighting, and eventually saved himself.
And I was going through it. I went through a breakup. I lost this fight with Anderson Silva, tested positive for weed. They suspended me for 5 years. I was going through a breakup, and I didn't really give a fuck about being around those type of drugs. You know, I wasn't partaking in those type of drugs, but I was around it. And
well, you didn't get in trouble for any other drug. I mean, you got in trouble for the weed, and we talked a little bit about that before. But almost like you were.
I did though. I did get in trouble for those type of drugs because I mean, like, you know what I mean? It was like the people that were all of a sudden around were they were, you know, either selling drugs or bringing around, and then next thing you know, people were cruising by my house with guns and shit, you know what I mean? People were pulling guns out again, and I'm like, this is up. I gotta leave town. I'm like, this is like when I was a kid and my friend got shot. I'm like, I gotta get here, and so fuck out of there.
Shavkat Rakhmonov has delivered devastating news for UFC fans. After re-injuring his knee, Shavkat recently underwent surgery. He's expected to be out for at least another 9 to 10 months. That timeline means fans likely won't see him return until 2027, despite his last fight taking place back in 2024. The disappointment is massive. Many fans truly believed Shavkat would be back this year and ready to make a serious title run. Instead, he's facing a long, uncertain recovery. Now the conversation has shifted from when he'll return to a much heavier question. Will Shavkat ever fully come back at all? I just want to ask one more time. We're only 133 subscribers away from hitting the big 100,000 mark. If you can help us get there, we'd really appreciate it.